Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to take a look at the Ellis Tarot created by Taylor Ellis. This deck was self-published in 2013. It had gained a lot of attention in the indie community at that time, and it was actually voted one of the top 10 tarot decks by a eclectic tarot site. And I actually chased this deck off and on over the years, and I was finally able to attain a copy of the 6th edition a few months ago. At the time of this video, the Ellis Tarot is still available for purchase, but it looks like he only printed 150 copies. So if you're interested, I will leave a purchase link below. I will also include timestamps so you can just jump ahead to different segments. So with that, let's take a look. So the deck is housed in a simple two-piece box. It is blue with an image of the Empress on the front. It has the editions, the 6th edition on the side here, and then the back has various images of the cards that are in the deck, the copyright, and the name of the creator. So pretty simple. I like it. I love two-piece boxes. So the deck does come with a little guidebook, and the inside, the print is really small, and it is just black and white print. As far as the descriptions or the definitions for the major arcana, it's pretty in-depth for a little white book, in my opinion. But then when you go to the back, the minor arcana descriptions or definitions are very brief. However, Taylor did create a larger, more detailed companion book in 2021. It includes a lot more information, and it goes into more detail regarding the artwork, which I love that. And if you plan on getting this deck, I highly recommend grabbing the companion book. You can purchase the physical copy for about $20, and a digital copy a digital copy for $10, which is what I have, and those are the prices at the time of this video. As far as the cardstock, I'm not actually sure what the weight or the core is. It's not mentioned on Tyler's website, but the cards are very flexible and they bounce right back into shape. I actually love the way that this deck shuffles. The finish is like a satin finish. It's not matte, it's not glossy. And then the edges for the 6th edition are plain, which is my preference, whereas the 5th edition had gold and sparkly edges. And then as far as the size, they are just standard tarot size. Let me just compare. Yeah, just standard tarot size. The backs have just this simple black and white design. Some people really like it, some people don't. I actually like it, and I don't always like it when the colors of the backs don't match the rest of the deck, because the rest of the deck is so rich and vibrant. But I actually like these card backs. It's not exactly reversible, but reversible enough for me, and I do like cats. So like the 5th edition, the 6th edition is borderless. The titles have different fonts. Look at this. Different sizes, different fonts, and I just love that. I think it's so cool. Okay, so let's take a look at the rest of the deck. So I haven't had this deck for very long. I'm still discovering things about it, which is why I'm excited to do this walkthrough with you today. And I will say that one of the things that I noticed with the Fool, maybe not so much with the other cards, but I did notice it right off the bat with the Fool. I had ordered the companion book and was able to look at it well before the deck arrived. And one of the things I noticed when the deck arrived was that the image of the Fool seemed a lot more dull in color. In fact, you can barely see his bottom half here. And I understand that it's a digital book, and so it's probably going to be more saturated, more bright, and whatever. But I've also noticed on other videos, 5th edition and the editions before this one, that the cards do seem a little bit more saturated. The Fool did come through more. So if you have this deck already, let me know if you can see the Fool's bottom half better than you can see this one on my deck. I love the Magician and that he's multitasking. And I love the duality of the High Priestess. And I really like this badass Empress. Isn't she so great? The Emperor too. And I think this might be the cutest little Hierophant. Look at his little feet. This is a beautiful Chariot card. I love the line work in this card. And this may be one of the most cheerful strength cards I've ever seen. And strength is at 8. I think for the most part, this deck does follow the Rider-Waite-Smith edition. Isn't that a beautiful Hermit card? I think it's just so beautiful. And I love that the Justice is black and white. I just love it. These humanoid figures are so cute. And I really like the sort of cosmic fantasy artwork in this deck more than I actually thought I would. I really like this Temperance card. I think it's mostly the Fool card that I noticed is not as bright. Isn't this a beautiful moon? I really like this World card. Okay, let's look at the wands. I love the colors that he used for this suit. And I like the sky and the clouds and the green nature people. I just love it. Yeah, I'm still getting acquainted with this deck. This Seven of Wands makes me laugh. And I love the Eight of Wands. Look at this Page of Wands. Well, they call it rods, but that's so cute. Yeah, I'm still noticing so much. I really like this Queen of Wands too. She's great. Okay, let's look at the Suit of Cups. The Eight of Cups. I love the mermaid tail. Like she's swimming away. I think that's great. Is it weird that this character reminds me of Buddha? Is it meant to? Well, that's what it reminds me of. I love this Ten of Cups. The seahorse. I really like this King of Cups too. Okay, let's look at the Suit of Swords. I really like the Ace of Swords here. This Two of Swords is amazing. I love her. I really like the colors of the three, or not the Three of Swords, the Suit of Swords. I love this, the pinks. Beautiful. Four of Swords. I like this Five of Swords too. I really like this Eight of Swords. This is such an interesting Nine of Swords to me. You can, it's like her thoughts, her fears, her anxieties are getting away from her. They're becoming this big monster. You see all the swords here. Ten of Swords. Gosh, that's kind of reminding me of Vlad the Impaler. And I absolutely love this Page of Swords. I love it. Okay, so let's look at the Pentacles. This isn't so, I love the colors and the simplicity of this card. I think the Ace of Pentacles is beautiful. We've got the Two of Pentacles. This is interesting and kind of weird, but I like it. Three of Pentacles. I like this totem here. Neat. I like the leaves. And I really like this Four of Pentacles. I know, I just really like this deck. I like the eyes in the background. I just noticed that. Five of Pentacles, very Rider-Waite Smith. Six of Pentacles. You can see that this, as far as when I'm looking at this now, you can see the story playing out. I'm just noticing that. That's very cool. It's harvest time. Eight of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. I love this. I love this one. I mentioned before that the Nine of Pentacles is one of my favorite minor arcana. She's wonderful. I like this Page of Pentacles too. I love her. The Queen of Pentacles. She's great. So my final thoughts, I really like the Ellis Tarot. It brings a lot to the table in my opinion, and so far I have really enjoyed working with it. I really like the rich jewel tones, and I like the kind of lush otherworldly feel of this deck, and I like that the cards are so easy to shuffle. What do you think about the Ellis Tarot? Is this a deck you could get into? Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are about this deck. And thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care. Bye.